Hey squad, happy Tuesday. I hope you're having a fabulous start to your week. I wanted to talk to you today about belief and what are you willing to believe? So I got off a couple client calls this morning and there was a similar theme. People really sitting and living in self-doubt, which is then triggering who are they to do this work or to believe that they can do the project that they're working on or find love. There was like all different topics that were coming up, but it all centered around this like self-doubt, which then was triggering their faith in the belief that they could do it. And I sat there and I listened, and part of my job as a coach is to call you out when you're unaligned from your truth, to call you out on it. And sometimes it's not fun for me, it's not fun for the client, but I'm really wanting to help people get back in alignment with their truth so they can get back on their path and continue to work towards the life that they want and build that life for themselves. So it was really interesting because this morning I just said to a client, like, I know you feel really far from believing that you can do this, but do you feel far from willing to believe? And that changed the game for her. She was like, oh, well, I can be willing to believe that I can do this, whatever do this is for you. And then I said, great. So if you're willing to believe that you can do this, and I actually think my spiritual fairy godmother, Jennifer Elizabeth Moore, was the one that said that to me one time when I was in a battle with my own belief and faith in what I could do. She said, yeah, but are you willing to believe? And it's a really powerful question, right? But are you willing to believe? Because then you bring the choice back into it. The choice back into, are you allowing yourself to sit in a story that's further disempowering you? Or are you choosing to find your way out of it? To nurture and love the part of you that doesn't believe with the part of you that does. And a surefire way to help you do this is, are you willing to believe you can do this? And what is 2 to 3 small actions you can do today to help you towards that goal, list, project, whatever you're working on? And why I say 2 to 3 small actions that you can do is you're showing up for yourself by doing them, and you're going to do them right then, right there, even in your own disbelief. I'm willing to believe I can do this. I'm going to follow up with these 3 actions, and then by doing these 3 actions, you're showing yourself what you're capable of. You're showing yourself you can do it. Now, sometimes you could be so lost in the story of disbelief, actually getting up and doing it can be difficult. So what I'd like you to do is call in reinforcements. Call in some support. So I'm willing to believe I can do this. Here are my 3 actions. And I'm going to call in some support. I'm going to call my accountability partner. I'm going to call my friend. I'm going to call a family member. And I'm going to say, I am struggling with this. I have chosen to believe that I can do it. Here are 3 small actions that I'm going to do today to start doing it. And I'm going to repeat this exercise tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day while being aware of what's happening around me and doing any reassessing that I need to do. So I really wanted to share this with you because, I know that I show up on the video and I show up in my blogs and I'm showing up on my website and to my clients, but I have my doubt too. And, coming back to Miami, I'm going to be very honest with you, has been quite difficult. It's a different kind of community. I'm having to really be vulnerable and really put myself out there. I'm hearing quite a few no's, some amazing yeses. Things are moving, but they're probably not moving as much as I want, which is then triggering some of my doubt for me. So I followed my own tool. I said, I'm willing to believe that I can make this work in Miami. I put some actions towards it. I let my support squad know what was going on, and I asked for reinforcement and accountability, and things are moving. And things are moving as they should because I'm in trust, I'm in faith, and I'm back in alignment with what is true. So for me, belief is a choice, but what is true is just true. And I want you to really start to look at what you are aware of. And if you are in a belief that is taking you away from your truth, please choose to be willing to believe that your truth is real and that what you want for your life exists and can happen. But you need to be getting up and showing up for it and putting action behind it, calling in support to rally for you and hold you accountable, and show up for your life in your truth, in your divine being, in love, and know that some days you have bad days and some days it's not always going to be peachy keen. You know, living an empowered life, living an authentic life, going after your dreams is not easy, but you can do it. I truly believe in you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for myself. And I just wanted to share that message with you because I felt very prevalent in a lot of client calls today, in my own life, with my friends. And so if anyone is struggling with anything like that, I hope today's video helped you. Share with me in the comments what you're taking away. And thanks, Jen Moore, for asking me that question one day. Yeah, but what are you willing to believe? That's a really powerful question. So loads of love from Miami. Be empowered, take action, but most importantly, show up in love. Bye, everyone. See you soon.